some people do that, and then some people do this.
What is like,
Yeah, I'm gonna say I like to
how do you
do
even do
this.
that one?
It's just put your two fingers, like your two peace signs, and then you just.
Yeah.
What the heck? I don't know what I'm doing.
What is up, BVB Army? Welcome back to our channel, BVB Army Hearts to Hearts. My name is Ruth.
And I'm Nicole.
And with us, BVB Army, we have a special guest with us, as you can see from the screen below. Please, BVB Army, you probably have recognized his awesome work online and everything of his amazing work that he has taken photos of the Trinity of Terror tour. Please welcome Christian, the photographer.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to our show.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on and everything. We are honestly so excited to get to know you. Like always, BVB Army, we are always excited, and let us dive into the questions. So Nicole, hit us off.
So our very first question that we would like to ask you is who or what inspired you to pick up a camera and be a photographer?
So I don't know if there's a particular person. There are a bunch of people that do inspire me. Like now, there's a bunch of concert photographers and like photographers in general. Peter McKinnon is a huge influence. He's a massive photographer. Adam L. Macias, he's done 21 Pilots, Pierce the Veil, all of them. And he even has a podcast too that basically got me into it a lot more in the industry side of things. Like I've learned a whole lot from him. So that's probably who got me into it, I would say. But for the what, I basically went to high school for film, and I didn't really like the film aspect side of things so much. Like the film industry is kind of weird for me, and I'm not such a big fan of it, but I did like the creative side of things and creating stuff and all that. So I started there, and from there I kind of just was like, music's cool too. I'm not musically talented in any sort of way. So I realized that when I was at local shows and stuff, people had cameras and were taking photos. So I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. And I started to pick up on that and do that for a little bit at local stuff till I built up a little portfolio for myself and met a bunch of these local artists. So I did that. And from there, it was just like publications and a whole lot of networking.
Very cool. So you've always liked photography then since high school years or younger even?
I feel like I picked it up more in high school. Wasn't good at it then at all, but
we all start somewhere.
it was a start.
I guess a lot of fans are curious, like, how did you end up being the photographer for the Trinity of Terror tour?
Okay. So there was like another photographer. I guess he passed up on the tour, but he recommended me. So that was basically it. He's amazing for that. His handle is Knox Noe. He's an amazing photographer. He also does lighting and tour managing and all that stuff. So these were awesome.
Were you there
That was
for
basically it.
all the legs, or were you just there for just certain legs?
Just the third one.
Oh, okay. Just the third one.
Like I shot the first one at Orlando, but I wasn't working it or anything. So
Okay, so you were only photographing the third leg of the tour. One of our next questions is, what were your initial thoughts on every single band's performance during that tour?
they were all insane. I've seen Atreyu before last year, I think it was their headliner tour. They were amazing. That was the first time I saw them, but I like the fact that they opened. I feel like I saw people like saying stuff that like, oh man, because they're such a big band too, that it kind of sucked that they were opening. But at the same time, I feel like it opened up a new door for all these newer fans,
Yeah.
people that probably never heard of Atreyu before. So I thought that was cool. Ice Nine, Motionless, they're always great too. Motionless is one of my favorite bands. So I feel like seeing them every day, they just are amazing. They're amazing live. They're all talented. And Black Veil, obviously. The first time I saw them was like 2018. It was one of their headlining tours, I believe. It was
Oh,
with
I think the
Aspen
Resurrection.
Alexandria.
Yeah, I was
tour.
just gonna say the Resurrection tour. Yeah.
That was the first time I saw them before this, and I haven't listened to them too much. I like them a lot, but I just never really got into them. So it was really cool because I feel like now I'm like insanely, I like all of the songs. So They became one of my top played in October and whatever before. So
Well,
I was kind of
Nice.
stoked with that.
Probably most of our audience has seen your beautiful photos that you have taken, that you've put out there on your Twitter and Instagram. You take beautiful photos, by the way.
Thank you
What
so
would you
much.
say is your favorite one you took during the Trinity of Terror tour, if you have one?
Man, there was a few, but I don't know if there's one in particular. But I think for a favorite photo, it might be,
Oh, that
I
one.
could send it if you need it. I don't know.
Okay.
But I think that was my favorite just because it was Minnesota. It was a huge show. There was like 7,000 people, and I just like the lights in there, the spotlights in the back, and you could see the whole crowd. It's kind of cool. So I think that might be one of the top three because I can't choose.
And then what would be your other two, out of curiosity, then?
Okay. I would say this one of Andy.
Oh, that one.
That's a good one.
It is a good one.
Thank you. And man, what is the third one?
Sorry,
I feel like I would have to scroll too much for it. There's a lot of favorite ones. I don't know what the third one would be though.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. I will say just the ones that you posted and share online. I mean, I've ordered a couple, but I think one where Andy has like that, it's not a skull makeup on, but it was during their Halloween show and the first show of the Trinity of Terror tour in El Paso. That one is so cool. I'm like, wasn't it just in the bathroom too that photo was taken? Or
yeah, it was in the dressing room. It was a little scary because it was the first like actual show day, so I'm like, oh.
Well, you knocked
so
it
it was
out
a little
of the
scary
park.
for me, but thank you.
A lot of fans enjoy that photo.
I think that one, and then I have to pull it up. One of the other little portraits. All the portraits were kind of what people liked, I realized, but I think this one was my favorite out of those.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That one's
too.
Good.
I mean, it's also just incredible that you offer prints to fans to buy too. Ruth and I were literally discussing how we think that, at least from what we understand, you might be the first photographer to offer prints offer prints to fans to buy, because we're not aware of any other photographers that have done this before.
Really?
At least for Blackville Brides things, at least for the concerts I've been to, because we've been fans of this band since our high school years when they started out. And so when we started going to concerts, obviously they have photographers and would take photos and post them on social media, but they would never on their website or anything say like, hey, we have prints available. But then you're the first one we came across like having that option for fans, and we're like, this is so cool, we got to actually purchase prints from this photographer who was there and capture these amazing moments. So it's like, I think you're the first one, at least.
But I know that there's other photographers for sure, like Bryce. I think Adam sold prints before for Ice 9, and like Jeremy sells prints too, right? But they're not from the tour.
As far as like touring wise with BVB and like the other previous tours, like the Resurrection Tour, Black Mass Tour, Church of the Wild Ones, all the other ones in Behind the Pass, I could not remember the photographer offering prints for those type of photos.
I don't recall any, honestly, offering any.
So it's really nice of you to do that, honestly, because like a lot of fans enjoy it, honestly, like just have those photos hanging wherever they decide to put them on. It's really awesome. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I've seen a few people post them too, like you're one of them. But I've seen some people like post them with like their Jinx shrine, and it's just kind of cool to see like my photo there. It's kind of crazy.
Well, that just
so
shows
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it just shows you that fans love your artwork when it comes to photography, and then capture these moments of all the guys from the members, from not just from BVB, from Ice 9 and Motionless too. So
I appreciate that. It means a lot.
So if you weren't a photographer, what other path do you think that you would be on?
Yeah, all these hard questions. I feel like it would definitely have to be something creative. I just can't. Could it be in the same field? That's okay?
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like I do like lighting a lot, as you can see.
I know your lighting's spot on.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at mine.
I was about to say it's beautiful.
I'm just like,
I'm jealous.
Mine.
The tubes.
I need to get some.
I feel like lighting whether it be I might go for the film industry again. Like that would be kind of cool. I like lighting a lot, so whether it's that or maybe like building the LED wall for the shows or just rigging stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a daredevil kind of person too, so I like anything that's kind of like if I'm up there, I like doing things for the thrill. So I feel like that might be it.
Yeah, that makes sense though, because when it comes to photography, like lighting is everything. It's key to what can hold a great image too.
You should know.
So it definitely makes sense why you would also choose that path as well.
I think it's just fun too, because there's all these cool lights that have all these effects and everything. I don't know much about live stuff because I've never really had the like chance to do that. But when I was in high school for the film stuff, I knew a lot more about those lights. So
that's pretty cool.
Everything's expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a reality.
Lighting is very expensive.
So obviously we know photography is a huge passion in your life, but out of curiosity, do you have any other side hobbies that you do besides photographing and maybe lighting too?
I feel like this is kind of just taking up most of my like stuff. I don't know. I feel like if I'm not doing like little portraits or something that I'm just trying to do, I'm normally at a show or just something. Like I don't really play games or watch TV or anything. I feel like either just being out and about.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I guess I'm kind of boring when it comes to that. Just kind of took up my whole life.
And that is okay. I mean, photography and lighting is a lot of work, I would say.
Yeah, with the amount of editing that goes into it too.
I feel like, Nicole, you know more because with your modeling history too, Nicole, and photographers too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do a lot of modeling and I've worked with plenty of photographers, and I mean I know what it's like to sit down, and even if it's just 5 or 10 photos that you're gonna be uploading, it takes a lot of editing and time to focus on getting those images perfect. So I can definitely see why that would take up majority of your time and why you wouldn't have time for anything else. But as long as you're enjoying your passion, that's what matters.
True. Like the video stuff, that's the worst for me. I'm still trying to learn a lot more on that because I've never used to do video. It was mainly just the photo stuff until about last year I started experimenting. But video editing is a whole different game. I still don't understand most of it.
Last year, is that when you kind of started your podcast that you have?
No, I started that because I used to do it for like this magazine I was writing for. I don't think it exists anymore. Like I interviewed Ricky from Ice Nine back in 2020, early 2020. And then I started realizing like, oh, I can kind of just do this myself too. But it takes a lot. So you guys, episode 80 this is?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. We understand. Yep, it does. It does take a long time.
It takes a lot of work to like get people on and everything, like the whole preparation for it, getting the questions. So you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Like you're great at talking too.
Thanks. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate that. There's times where like my anxiety is in the way and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Sometimes
the whole intro thing, everything was good. You guys got it down on point. Love it.
Don't watch our first episodes. We suck at those episodes. Do not exist.
We've gotten better.
So much better.
I feel like these help me too because I'm kind of socially awkward. I know people say I'm not, but I feel like I am personally. So I'm just like here doing the most awkward stuff. But I feel like doing these over and over again with people that I like never met before or whatever, I feel like it helps me break out of that shell.
So is there a specific band or person in general that is on your bucket list to photograph?
I feel like I've shot like my favorite bands already, but I haven't shot Bring Me the Horizon. So maybe them, maybe Bring Me, or Slipknot would be cool too. I'm not a massive Slipknot fan, but I feel like just because of their stage presence and like the production that goes into their shows, they'd be really cool with all the fire and everything that they have. So maybe those two.
I was gonna say with Bring Me the Horizon, like you can definitely go for them this year because they're going on tour with like Fall Out Boy, I heard, which I'm shocked because Fall Out Boy and Bring Me the Horizon together.
I was just gonna say that.
It's strange.
Who knows? It might work out.
Strange one, but Bring Me, I feel like their newer stuff, especially the Fall Out Boy fans might like a lot. So
Yeah,
I can see that.
That's true.
Maybe
actually,
not so much the older stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point.
So I know you kind of set this a little bit. So you stated that you've been a fan of Motionless, and it was until 2018 you said you first heard and saw Black Veil Brides, right?
Not when I first heard them, but that was the first time I saw them live.
Saw them live. So would you say now you are officially a fan of Black Veil Brides?
Yes.
And
Torch is one of my favorites. I know it's new, but
so have you gotten a chance to actually listen to all of their albums and songs then?
probably not all the songs, but things from every album. I would probably, I don't know.
No, you're good. So Torch, why Torch then?
I don't know. I feel like I used to be bigger on the heavier stuff, and then as of last year, I kind of still love it. Like I'll listen to deathcore and stuff every now and then, but I feel like I've kind of mellowed out a little bit. So because it's kind of slow and soft, I think that's what has me. It's kind of catchy too. Scarlet Cross was stuck in my head every show.
Well, and for Torch, you can't deny that awesome guitar riff at the beginning either.
I mean, the video in general was amazing for that song too.
So with being a fan of Black Veil Brides now, do you hope to capture Black Veil Brides in the near future on one of their new tours?
I would love to. Yay. Even if not like that, like go as a fan would be cool too.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really get to experience it until, since 2018. So getting to sit down and actually watch the show and not run around everywhere could be cool too.
Yeah, which brings me, like, when you were at the like 3 shooting and photos and everything during all the shows, like, were you just like obviously behind the scenes and stuff taking photos? Did you ever like get a moment to actually hear a song, or were you just kind of running back and forth and capturing moments?
I mean, it's kind of running back and forth the whole time. I mean, there are times where like I chill out a little bit and still capture photos, but for the most part, it's just a kind of, I get in the zone too. So I just start running everywhere. So I tend to drown out stuff sometimes. Like it's there and I could hear it, but I feel like I don't get the full experience of it.
Because you're focusing on those moments instead of focusing on the music and like enjoying the performance. So
yeah. I mean, during Devil too, like I'm like, oh, Devil's hitting, and I know the eye comes up on the screen, so I'm like, I'm gonna go to like front of house. Like I kind of plan some things out a little bit in my head where I'm gonna be for certain songs. During in the end, I always end up behind CC. Just because the geysers start going with the smoke pot like on each side of Andy. So I wanted that shot. I don't think I perfected that shot, but there was one that I was pretty stoked.
Well, I mean, as much as we would love to see more of your amazing work that you take of Black Veil Brides, we would absolutely love for their next tour for you to just go as a fan, so that way you can enjoy the show, get the full experience.
Experience of the music.
Because I feel like in 2018, I didn't know too much about them. Like I knew like a few songs, probably the bigger ones.
Yeah.
But I never really got to, like I wasn't huge on them then, so I feel like I didn't enjoy it as much. I enjoyed it, but I feel like I didn't know the songs.
Yeah. So when you went to that tour, was it more for like to see Asking Alexandria or maybe one of the other opening bands?
I think
And my cousin was going too, so I'm still a baby, but I was like maybe 16 then or 17. I don't really remember, but I think so. We just went and I enjoyed it. That was when I was first kind of getting into the metal side of things too. Because I didn't really, growing up in New York, I was kind of always that person listening to a bunch of other genres of stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was cool. So that's really when I started breaking into it.
I can relate to that. That was me too growing up. Well, yeah, it wasn't until Black Veil Brides with their first song, Knives and Pens, got me exposed to the rock industry and metal and heavy and everything. So yeah. So just overall, just with the like 3 and Trinity of Terror tour, great experience overall.
Yes. I think the only time there was a bad one was when I had like a migraine. I think it was in San Diego, but I had a migraine and I'm just like, oh, this is not the best place for a migraine.
Yeah.
When you have a bunch of loud stuff going on.
Yeah, Yeah, it just adds more
But I go
pounding
through.
onto your brain.
Does not help whatsoever. Makes it worse. Unfortunately, Nicole and I weren't able to go to any of the shows for like 3, unfortunately. But from what we saw on social media and just everything, it looked amazing. I mean, obviously, they ended in Seattle. Still hurts my soul. I didn't go to that one, but it looked like the Seattle show was a massive hit just to end the Trinity of Terror tour.
Yeah, it was a lot of running around that day for me because I had a friend there, so I was just like everywhere. And it was an emotional day too. Obviously, being the last day, I was just then processing everything.
Okay, so we do have one final question before we get into this mini game. So this question is just a silly one. We just want to know your answer. It makes you think, but okay, so if you could have 5 liquids coming out of each of your fingers, what would those liquids be? And it can be any liquids whatsoever.
Like to drink or just like
any liquids. So
any
like,
liquid.
Any liquids. Doesn't have to be to drink or anything.
I feel like if it's a drink, I would do Red Bull to start. I feel like water could be convenient for a lot of things.
Definitely.
People need water. Or if there's a fire or something, you just cool. Yeah.
So to help you out, like when we got asked this question, like the girl who asked us, we had a fan. Oh, what was her name, Nicole? Oh my god, I can't think of her name right now at the top of my head. Who asked us this?
I know. It's like on the tip of my tongue.
I know it starts with a C and I can't think of it. But the fan who gave us this answer, she was telling us, like, you know, it doesn't have to be anything drinkable. Like, obviously, water's a main one, but she even mentioned like gasoline or like perfume or anything. So
still feel like I'm lost. I don't want to repeat gas.
No. Like Nicole and I had exactly roughly the same answer. And then I don't know, Nicole, if you want to share the one.
Sure. As a woman, I'm just saying, like, if we're having liquids, my pinky, pee out of it. Why not? That way you don't got to pop a squat. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's kind of smart too.
It's a weird
maybe
question.
Mountain Dew.
Ooh.
Mountain Dew could be number 3. And the last 2 I'm not going to do drinks because I already have 3. But the water one could go multiple ways, so that's okay.
Yes.
I mean, gasoline, if you think about it, you're saving a lot of money.
I just don't want to be repeating that.
No,
I feel like since you just said it, now I can't.
When Nicole
I would have never thought of it.
No, when Nicole said her P one, I'm like, oh my god, that's genius. Why is this genius?
Like as a guy, it's not. Yeah,
well,
whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe lotion or like sunscreen or something like that.
That's smart. We haven't had someone say that.
One. Nicole, you
that liquid? That count as liquid?
I would, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, technically, yeah, because if you think about it, when you go on a plane, if you have lotion, it still has to be in that small size.
Yeah, technical. There we go. Perfect. Yes, we're going to consider it as a liquid.
Cool.
A does.
And one more.
This question really makes you think. It's a bizarre question, but it really makes you think.
What other liquids are there? Like things that are like non-drinkable.
Drinks. There's like I mean,
there's gas, like you said.
Lotion. I mean, dish soap,
perfume, cologne, dish soap,
paint.
Oh yeah, paint.
I'm thinking too much into it. Maybe I'll just go with the gas.
Okay.
Then you don't have to find a gas station or anything. You could refuel before every trip.
Exactly.
Save so much money.
Just get out your car and just.
So you said Red Bull, water, Mountain Dew, sunscreen, and then
lotion
gas.
Or sunscreen.
Yeah. Those are good ones.
Those are.
I think
make the gas thing, and Tesla will go away.
Oh my god. Okay. So we do have a side minigame we wanted to play with you. I know our show and our podcast is roughly new to you, but we did have Lonnie on our show like 2 years ago and stuff. And so we did play this game with him, but yours is a little different than when we played with him. So basically, we went onto your website where you have your beautiful photos on your site of the photos that you've taken. And what we ended up doing was we chose, I think, 10, I want to say. And what we ended up is zooming in and cropping out an area of that photo. And we're going to show you that cropped out zoom area in and see if you can guess the photo. Like, who is that photo of, or whatever that is.
Hope I'm good at this.
If it makes you feel better, we did this with Lonnie. The first photo was of him. He guessed Andy for himself.
But I'm going to say Andy from the tour of the fourth record. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about.
We'll never let that down.
We'll never let that go. It was too funny.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
And he's like, never mind. I'm not good at this game. So, all right, so I will pull it up here. Give me 1 second. Can you see it on your side?
Yep.
All right, so again, roughly we have around 10 photos of your work that you took, you edit, you post. So hopefully you can figure out which it is. There are obviously going to be some very easy ones, maybe some hard ones. We will see. So
I feel like the Trinity ones I might guess, but if there's other ones that are older, I don't know.
All right, well, are you ready then?
Ready.
Okay, let's start off easy with the first one.
Andy.
Yeah.
And that's the yeah.
I have Nicole and I have both said this multiple times. No matter what section you crop off of Andy, he is so recognizable.
Yes. He's too obvious.
Even if you did the eye.
Oh, the eyes are no good.
I wanted to say the eyes are like a dead giveaway.
We should just do the Adam's apple then one time, Nicole.
But with his tattoo there now,
Then
it's
we
still
just
a
blur
dead
out
giveaway.
the tattoos.
Then that'd be cheating. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, all right. So Andy, let's go on to the second one.
That's a Chris.
Yeah, okay, he's good. But the werewolf jacket.
Spencer's mic stand.
Wow, he's good.
All right.
Okay. So far, so good.
3 for 3
Yes.
in this moment.
Damn.
Am I going too quick? I've edited that photo so much to try and get the gun to move.
Oh.
Like I have one up somewhere where I edited in After Effects where the smoke is like moving. So I think that was probably why I got it.
That looks cool. All right.
I know exactly this one too. One of my favorite ones of him.
Yeah. Literally, when you said that, I'm like, well, he's gonna get that in the game automatically. You know what? I should have just zoomed into, what is that, a bathroom stall?
Just like
right
one
there?
of the follicles. One of the follicles. Just
It's
get
a
rid of
beautiful
this.
shot.
Cool,
I mean, he's
like a
doing his
strand of hair.
he's doing his signature eyebrow lifting and stuff. So
It's Ronnie. I feel like I shouldn't be good at this, Justin. I should not be this good at this.
No, that just means how well
I
you
feel like
are
I'm
like
breezing
very
through it
focused.
now. It's not good.
Yeah, it means you do pay attention
You
to
pay
your own work.
attention. You pay attention. Yep. I mean, this was too easy.
It's easy.
Damn it. I should have just been nice, mean or Nicole, and just really zoomed into like a spotlight or something.
I
Yeah,
know.
if you zoomed in to like the ribbon on the pants, maybe I wouldn't, because I think Jinx has that too, and Lonnie, right?
Yeah. Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
They have those. They have like
They
those
all
pants
have
that match those awesome shoes.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe I feel like there's one in here I can stump you on. I don't know yet, but so far so good. Okay.
Hopefully. That's a Jinx.
Okay, never mind. I was kind of hoping you would say, "Oh, that's Lonnie, that's Jake." No.
I think that was one of my, I don't really do black and white, so I think that was what did it. Because that was one of the rare black and white ones that I had up.
I didn't think about that. Shoot.
It did get me for second. Well, Chris.
Yeah. The iconic vest. Or yeah, I guess that's a
I
vest.
feel like I'm breezing through these. I don't want to breeze through them.
It's okay. You're fine. Again, it just shows you pay
Zoom in
attention.
more. I'll close my eyes. Well, one of my favorites too, because I feel like it was a candid moment. So motionless.
Yep.
That one was a giveaway though.
Yeah, I should have thought of that.
If I didn't know that, something's wrong.
This is our last one because you just blew through these.
Sorry. Lonnie. No, Andy.
If Lonnie wore those type of gloves, okay.
I love those gloves actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's like bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. There was a belt that he wore in the I think it was the first leg of the Trinity of Terror. It was like a wrestler type belt. Do you know that belt I'm talking about, Nicole?
Yeah, I do. I thought that was pretty sick.
Well then, that was
I'm glad you know your own work.
I'm glad I do too, but I feel like I shouldn't. I should have gotten at least one wrong.
It's okay. Hey, it's totally fine. Okay. You got all of them correct. So woo!
It was a fun game, and I'm sad it's over though.
Oh.
If I'm ever on again and you play that game, just zoom into like lights or hair follicles or something. Maybe like all the way in.
All right. That's a deal. Next time we have you on, we will literally zoom in spotlights.
Make it really, really difficult.
Threads. A top of a shoe or something.
Do it.
Okay, deal.
If
We
I
will
get
make
those,
that.
then I don't know what's wrong.
It's gonna be a thing now.
It's going to be a thing now. We put it out there, BVB Army. If you want him to come back and really guess the follicles or spotlights, let us know.
I'm terrible at those games, like Where's Waldo or anything where you have to like find a difference or something. I'm horrible at those. I mean, I guess it's a different context, but I'm just bad with all those games, so I don't know how I did that.
I mean, some people are interested when you put them on a spotlight, like, okay, you have this amount of time to think of this or find this. It's like, So
No, I think for me, under pressure, I'm pretty bad at things too. So I don't know what happened here. It's an off day. I'm not this good at guessing.
Well, I think when it comes to your own work, just the amount of time that you put into it, I feel like it's just one of those, your brain automatically like gets into those like deep memories and just like, there it is. I know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if it wasn't ones on my site too, like if you pulled them from Black Veil's page, that might have got me off guard. Because I think the ones on my portfolio, I kind of like, those are my favorites, and I feel like my top
That's
stuff.
fair.
That's fair.
But maybe you could do that too.
Okay, next
You
time,
go back on
follicle
the Black Veil
spotlights and
page
pulling
and
other
find-
photos to see if you can guess them. We will keep that in mind for sure.
But I would have to guess who it is because I would know it was Black Veil.
We just zoom in.
But if I could guess the photo itself,
Dude, thank you so much for playing it. Like, we truly appreciate it.
that was a fun one. So
We are at the end here with our list of questions. We always give an opportunity for our guests if you would like to say something.
I just want to say I appreciate you guys coming on. Well, having me on. Coming on. What is wrong with me? Appreciate you having me on. And I appreciate like all your support always, because you've always been there retweeting my stuff or always liking my stuff. So I appreciate that. You guys are dedicated and awesome.
Thank you.
So. And also I want to get like stickers from you. Do you sell those still?
Yes. What do you want? I will ship them to you.
No, I will have to buy some.
Again, just thank you so much for coming on. Please, where can fans find you on social media platforms?
Mainly the guy from the pick on everything. I think Twitter doesn't allow. I think I was one character short. So I'm like the guy from TH pick or something. My name is too long for certain platforms. So it'll come up.
And again, I know we've said this before, but like, thank you again for offering your prints. I don't know when by the time this video is uploaded, if all your CC prints will be sold out or not. So, but if not, go check out his website. If it's still there, go order CC print.
Thank you.
That officially wraps up today's episode, BVB Army. Christian, thank you so much for coming on. We truly appreciate it. It's the fact for you to take time out of your busy schedule. It truly means a lot to us. For anyone that doesn't know, we are officially on all streaming platforms. You can literally check us out anywhere. We do have a TikTok account. You can go ahead and give us a follow. We post snippets of each episode and we go ahead and upload them there. Christian, just thank you again so much, and tune in for the next couple weeks, you guys, because we have a big surprise coming.
Oh, I'm not ready for that big surprise, Nicole, but goodbye.
I know.
I don't know what the surprise is, but I'm excited.
We will tell you off camera.
We'll tell you off camera.
Right.
Bye, guys.